I used artificial intelligence to sell prints just like this one on Etsy for 30 days to see if the so-called AI side hustles that are breaking the internet can actually make you money if you're starting from nothing. The goal here was really simple: try to make as much money as possible in only 30 days by selling nothing more than posters and prints created 100% using artificial intelligence. This is going to be a challenge because I've never made art with AI before, and I'm also completely new to selling on Etsy specifically, but I have had e-com companies in the past, so I don't think this should be anything too complicated, but only time will tell. So here's the game plan. Today is June 5th, 2023, and I'm giving myself until the end of the month of June to try and make $500 in gross sales. Hopefully that's doable and proves that YouTubers aren't just making money through the ad revenue promoting these side hustles rather than the actual sales of the products they're so-called selling online, because, you know, let's just be honest with ourselves here. But hey, there are dozens of Etsy shops selling prints with thousands of sales where even at only say $25 a print, we're looking at some really nice monthly income here. So I'm giving myself 3 days to set up the Etsy shop, learn how to even make artwork with AI that's good enough to be sold, because again, I have no idea how to even do this, and then connect my Etsy shop to a print-on-demand provider like Printful, for example, because obviously I don't have a professional print shop at my disposal. And once that's done, it's selling time for the next 25 days where I'm gonna try busting $500 in gross sales in the first month, so let's do it. Okay, so before I do anything here, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the Etsy account. So I'll head on over to the platform, and I do already have a personal account, but I'll be creating a brand new one here for the month as a fresh start to this new shop. So it turns out you're obligated to actually make a listing while you're signing up. You can't skip this process. So I'm gonna have to go to the drawing board, learn how to make these AI prints, and then come back to the setup process. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, I have no idea how to even make these AI generated prints. So I need to learn how to do this in the first place. Give me an hour or so, I'll be right back. All right, so it turns out that to make AI art prints, you need to actually use a specific program. There are a couple different options, but the most popular that I found online is called Midjourney. That is actually through a Discord server. So kind of strange here. It is not free though. You do need to pay for it. I'm just gonna sign up here and subscribe to the $10 a month basic program. This is required though in order to make the art and have it in high definition. So let's do that and make some art. But before that, I'm gonna do a little bit of market research over on Etsy to see what am I even going to focus on and sell on the platform, because again, 20 cents per listing. I'm not just going to put random stuff on there. I want to make sure that I'm focusing in on a specific type of art or capsule really, so that I can make as much money as possible. All right, so market research done on Etsy, and from what I can tell, the most popular styles of print are either minimalistic line art, which I think Midjourney could probably do, colorful travel style prints, almost like postcards. Also think Midjourney will be able to make this. Hopefully, I'm not sure though. Cities with streets and infrastructure. So that's not something I think I'll be able to recreate. And anyways, there's a ton of competition for that style anyways. And then also boho or abstract geometric shape prints. This is also something that seems to be really popular and has good reviews with earthy style tones. So we'll see what Midjourney is able to do. Let's now jump over into Discord so we can use Midjourney, play around with it, and see what I can come up with. Okay, so I've been playing around with Midgard for around 15 minutes or so, and at this point, what seems to be the most feasible and what it's able to produce really well are these sort of travel retro poster style images that actually on Etsy, there are quite a few shops that are successfully selling these styles of prints. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on. Here's one example I've been playing around with over the past little while, and I think looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and make probably about 10 different versions of this before migrating them over to the Etsy shop itself. All right, and this right here is the gallery of these retro sort of posters for different destinations around the world. Hopefully this does well. I have no idea if these are going to sell, but we'll have to see after 25 days, or you can just skip to the end of the video Don't do that. Now, obviously though, we need to actually make these look good. We can't just throw these photos up on Etsy and expect them to sell. We need to place these in mock-ups to make it look like it's actually on your walls and the potential customer is able to imagine it being in their own house. I'm gonna go ahead and do that in Photoshop right now so we can get all of these listings up and running live on my Etsy shop. Okay, so it's the morning of day 2 here. I actually spent quite a few hours, probably around 3 hours last night, going over all of the generated images from Midjourney. Basically what happens here is when you prompt Midjourney with a query, it's gonna give you 4 options. So basically just going through all of those and then having to resize them with Photoshop, up the quality because they only come out around 2000 by 2000 pixels, which is quite small. So we need to make these a lot larger so that they can be blown up and printed for a wall without looking super pixelated. So that's something I did within Photoshop. There's actually an AI tool within Photoshop that does this. I wasn't even aware of that, but it worked really well. So here are all the pieces that I have as of right now. I'm going to be putting these on screen. I personally think they look really good. I could totally see these being on someone's wall, including even my own. They're really colorful and they have this sort of cartoonish vibe to them that I just think looks really nice and will sell well on Etsy, but we'll see. Hey, welcome back everyone to day 3 here, and I've spent the past probably around 3 hours at this point syncing up all of the products within Printful and then subsequently into Etsy, and this has also taken me quite a bit more time than I was initially anticipating. Reason being, I kind of realized midway through that all of the prints and images that Midjourney created for me, they were all mix match sizes. So when you create a product within Printful, well, it's going to follow standard sizes, for example 18 by 24 inches and so forth, but my posters were all different sizes, so it looked really bad. I needed to go back and make them all a standard size and then reposition them for different poster sizes so that customers can have those options. Okay, so I just spent the past roughly 5-6 hours finalizing all of the initial products that are going to be up on this Etsy shop. There are 11, and the reason why it took so long is because I had to reformat all of the mock-ups, link them with Printful and over to Etsy. Here's what it looks like right now though. Hopefully you can see it's not really the best view. However, we can see a nice banner. I made this logo here as well as all of the listings. So if I click on one, it'll show you what this listing looks like. I have 3 mockups for each listing as well as a sizing guide, and then customers can choose a size. It's really straightforward. When someone orders this, it's going to go and connect directly with Printful so that they can fulfill the order and I don't have to do anything. So yeah, like I said, those are 11 initial prints for this shop. I'm probably going to be adding more over the next week or so. However, I'm going to just leave it at that right now and publish them all. It ended up costing $2 to publish them all because it's 20 cents per listing. So just over $2 to list those 11 posters, but we're not talking anything all too significant. The total cost right now for this entire endeavor has been around $12, including Midjourney. Okay, so today's day 4 of selling these AI prints on Etsy, and it's been wildly successful. No, it has not yet been successful. I haven't made any sales, but honestly, this is to be expected because the internet runs off of 4 things. Number 1, reviews, which obviously these are brand new listings, so I haven't made any sales, don't have any reviews, and customers don't know if the product's legit or not. Number 2, I have no traffic really, which again is also quite normal because e-commerce products are sold from 2 ways. Number 1, organic traffic, so say YouTube videos or influencer marketing for their own products, or paid advertising, Facebook ads, influencer marketing, etc., which of course I also haven't done as of right now. And then finally, these listings being brand new aren't really indexed yet in the platform, so the platform isn't spitting these out as top contenders when people are searching for, say, travel posters. But look, I'm not just going to sit here on the sidelines and make it through the 30 days without any sales. I need a game plan here to get some traffic and make some money for that $500 goal. So here was my idea. My girlfriend also has a social media following on YouTube and TikTok, and on TikTok specifically, it's this sort of aesthetic style content. So what better idea than to make some posters that she could pump on her channel as well. I know it's kind of cheating here, but this is my best course of action without spending too much money on advertisement. Hopefully that works. So I went ahead and used AI as well as Photoshop to create some of these prints that are very popular online. Here is what they look like in my shop alongside the travel posters. posters. I really hope these do well. I'm gonna order some samples, get those in probably next week, and then she'll be making some content to push on her TikTok. We'll see if that makes a difference. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's day 8 or 9 at this point, and I just got these sample posters in the mail. So let's pick those up right now and we'll check them out.
Oh, fun. First impressions?
First impressions, the quality of the paper is actually really nice. Also, it only came in around, I think, 3-4 days, which was a lot quicker than I was expecting. So quality is really nice, and I think customers would be really happy with it. It's gonna look great in those frames. To follow through with the plan of Sophie making TikTok content, we put them in white basic IKEA frames. Here's one on the wall for reference. They look really clean. So here are what the TikToks made by Sophie look like, just really clean aesthetic TikToks that fit her feed, and these prints go really well with that. Hey, what's up everyone? Today is June 25th, so it's been around 2.5 weeks since we started this whole AI art project over on Etsy. I wanted to give you an update on what's been going on, so let's look at that right now. So we're now 2.5 weeks into this experiment, and drum roll for the amount of sales. Well, here we are. We have one sale for a total revenue of $7.62, which actually puts us in negative territory in terms of profits. This is actually even a sale to ourselves. So we ordered one so that we're able to leave a review on the listing, because again, we need reviews to hopefully sell more units over time, right? Look at that conversion rate. We have 151 visits, 251 views, but only one sale to ourselves. Not too great. That being said though, in order to try and drum up some sales at the beginning, just so that we can get some more reviews and shop reviews, more sales, I decided to run a sale on all of the products here. I'm pretty sure it's like 25% off, so that hopefully there are a couple more conversions and we can get some momentum and the ball rolling for this Etsy shop. All right, everyone, it's July 4th today, meaning the 30-day AI print challenge has officially come to an end, and I am so pumped to announce that I'm quitting my YouTube channel and my real estate investing because I am now a millionaire. Okay, that would have been nice, but of course, that's not how things ended up playing out. We ended off the month with over 380 page views, one review from us, and then a couple of people favoriting some of the prints, none of which were the travel poster, which kind of makes me sad, but ultimately 0 freaking sales, which realistically, I didn't think I'd make a ton of money, but I did think I'd at least make, maybe 5 to 10 sales based on how easy these side hustles are portrayed online. But boy, was I ever proven wrong. But here's the thing, as a buyer myself, I would personally never buy anything online that didn't have at least a review or two. And that self-review, it only came in a couple of days ago because Etsy has a review window policy. So for like 90% of this 30-day campaign, let's call it, the shop was bare of any reviews, which definitely makes a difference on traffic conversion. So really though, what have we learned here? Number one, AI is absolutely insane and it's only getting better by the day. And as someone who does a fair bit of graphic design, I was absolutely blown away by how good Midjourney was. And if I was in this industry full time, I would definitely try to use it as much as possible to only make my work better rather than get fully replaced by it in a couple of years. And as a side note here, it's also really amazing at creative textual work. I pretty much use it every day now. So definitely check out ChatGPT if you haven't already. It's really cool. Number two here, there are thousands of online shops, of course, that do indeed make millions of dollars a year in revenue selling products and services. But just setting up a shop and having that shop actually be successful is way more than just using AI to make some generic posters and other products to throw up and sell online that are, relatively dime a dozen on a platform like Amazon or Etsy. Success in the space often requires a significant ad budget to get thousands of views and conversions, along with months or even years often of consistency with those listings to build up reviews, SEO indexing, and ultimately just customer trust. So although this is only one example of an AI side hustle, take it from me that anytime you see content online about making bank in a matter of days online, it's total BS 99% of the time. Otherwise, the people talking about them would be doing it themselves and laughing straight to the bank with 50. But hey, I did actually have a great time making this video, and since I invested mostly some time into this, I'm still going to keep the shop up, and hopefully I can make a couple of sales over time as the shop gets more reviews. So although the $500 goal wasn't achieved, I'm not calling this a failure just yet. Don't forget to leave a comment down below for what print you like the most to be entered in the giveaway. I'll be posting the winner as a pinned comment on this channel in 10 days. Subscribe, see you in the next one.